Hello people in the house out there, and today I want to talk about something that's really affecting the whole country. And I'm really just going to put it very straight to the government and to the local authorities. I'm going to put it very straight. I'm going to put it in simple English to them. So if they don't understand, then they really need to go back to school, because I'm going to put it in some simple English that they will really ask for more comprehension of it. People, cow insurance are gone way up. I see it day to day. I see prices of petrol and everything. Everything nearly about having the cow nowadays is nearly an effort. That's the word they use, an effort to have it. And it's a big price on the cow to have it. And especially with the government trying to push electric cows, and then do you know what? We're going to just tax heavily again. And the reason why cow insurance has gone up because of insurance fraud. And what to just say this to people? It's not being a rat. If you know somebody's doing insurance fraud, making out making false accusations or whatever you want to call it, then please tell the guards, because it is a serious offence. And other people, it's not just, it's one ad said really on the telly, on the Irish television station. It's not funny when it's your money, because you have to pay for it in your car, because the insurance company have to pay out for them. And it's a big, long, complicated statement, and I'm sure the government understand. I'm sure the local authorities have a bit of a point. They can understand what I'm saying. Well, maybe they don't, but anyway, that's a bit of. I'm sure I have some kind of a point. But car insurance, I understand. I see the petrol prices nearly €10 for diesel and petrol. Like, it's ridiculous. It's only for nearly not even half with the litre of petrol, diesel. I don't know why I felt the need just to turn around now, dealing with that now. I'm only just having my apologies, serious topic, sorry, my apologies. But car insurance, I understand. I know tons upon tons of people who are losing local link services and losing buses, and I know Bus Éireann has cut loads of routes and all that. I know that's been happening a while, and I will talk about that some stage, but I haven't got around to it. And there's so many routes being cut, I could be here all day discussing about it. And the local link bus routes, there's routes in Cavan and Monaghan, thanks to people like me and other people fighting for it and getting pensioners helping and all that for the transportation and everything. But people can afford it, and people can afford cats. It's really an effort. Some young teacher I know said to me, and she's only been 3 or 4 years teaching, she said to me, I have to pay. She bought a car. She got a loan. She bought a car, right? And how do I put this? She bought a. She has a fully. She's fully qualified. That's put that. She's fully qualified. She has no loan or anything like that. She's fully qualified, and she has to pay nearly good 5,000. That's the truth, and she doesn't get that much. Young teachers don't get enough money because the Department of Education, the state, just want to be cunts, and that's really as simple as that. Because they just want to put it into the ministers and the TD's back pockets and keep it there instead of giving it to the people, and such and such. And she only has to pay 5,000 something for insurance. To have it insured, that's really a joke, especially because she really said to this, she has not really much left. That's really the truth. She hasn't really got much left to enjoy herself. And as she said, she probably about have €100 left at the end of the week after she pays. So bills, all for bills, not less. No. But anyway, it's such a hard thing to have cow nowadays. We might take years ago. Cows were expensive. But now it's really turning back into the good old days where people have to walk and everything like that. But I don't know if it's that good thing, because, as I said, I'd rather see the old people getting lifted than see people. I don't like this. Is just cruel. People who are frauding insurance companies and frauding the people of Ireland and frauding even in any other country. It's a disgrace. That's really simple. I'm putting it very simple to people who try and fraud. Because it is a disgrace. People have to suffer because of your consequences. Because you decided to make a false claim. Why would anybody do that? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Even if I was down in the street, I wouldn't do it. That's really simple as that. I wouldn't do it because I know somebody has to pay for it. Some tax-paid citizen who never done a thing wrong in their life has to pay for it. And why? That's completely unfair. completely unfair. And I do really sympathise with people who have a car now because it's really, really hard. And if you get into an accident, you'll be, fuck it all together. Like it's a joke. Especially with these drunk driving laws, you can't even do anything now. If you look drunk at all, they're going to arrest you. That's really, but I suppose it's all for the greater good in that sense. I understand that bit. But, like I don't really understand, I really don't understand this country with its absolute stupid things. And I wouldn't mind, as soon as they brought up to the courts, I tell you about this. There was one person brought up for insurance fraud a few weeks ago. I remember in some court. I can't remember. It was down in the country somewhere. I can't remember now. And he was brought up. He fraud 3 or 4 insurance companies, like good million nearly, and they just give him a slap in the hand. I think I want to go back to Christian Buddha's school and go back and see that court case. He just got slapped in the hand. That's really awful. He just literally swept out the door. Nothing was done about it. That's really simple. I don't know what's because he was insane, but like what's to say, there's always 2 sides to every story. But that's what I heard from the news outlets down there. There's always 2 sides to every story. Like he could have had to do community service. I don't know. I didn't really investigate that much because I was like, well, it's most likely true because this is what this country's turned into. Anyway, take a watch. And leave a comment down below if you are getting it hard to pay your car insurance. I understand, and I would love to hear like how much you have to pay. Like as I said, 5,000. Like do you have to pay 10? I know probably 1 or 2 people in this country have to pay 10,000. Like that's an absolute huge joke. Like depends on the insurance companies, I suppose too. Anyway, take a watch and subscribe more and bye.